welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my go-to glam makeup look. This is definitely something that I go for if I want to look glam, but yet I don't want to work that hard on my makeup. This is usually the makeup look that I go for if I am, if I have time to get ready and I want to spend a little bit extra time on my makeup. This is by no means like a 5-minute quick everyday kind of look because I am wearing a lot of makeup in this video. To be so honest with you guys, I don't really wear makeup all the time because I don't have anywhere to go and I don't really leave my house that much. So this is basically what I wear if I am going to be going somewhere and I do want to take a couple extra steps in making sure my makeup looks really good and it lasts throughout the day and all that stuff. So this is super easy, especially for the eyes. I just used the contour palette from Dior, which I'm obsessed with. So that's basically all I used on my eyes. And then these lashes that I just got, you guys, these lashes are freaking everything. They are from Luxie Lash in the style Homegirl. These lashes actually make the look. So if you don't even want to do eyeshadow, just buy these lashes and you'll feel like a boss bitch. So alright, if you guys would like to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to take is the Smashbox Primerizer. This has been my go-to primer for the past couple of months because my skin has been very dry lately, especially during the winter time. So I like to use this all over my skin, and then I'll go in with the Photo Finish primer just to help fill in any pores. This really helps give me like the best kind of base before I start my makeup. And then I'm going to use the Maybelline Glass Spray. This is a really nice dewy kind of setting spray, but I like to use it before I start my makeup just to help everything blend out better. So for foundation, I've been using the Estée Lauder Double Wear Foundation mixed with the Born This Way Matte Foundation, and because these are such long wearing foundations, I love to mix them together because it gives me like the best coverage and it really lasts very long throughout the day, especially if you're wearing masks. So I just apply that with my Love Is The Foundation brush and I just buff that all over, and then I'll go in with the Real Technique sponge and just add a little bit more coverage where I feel is needed, and if there was any brush strokes, I just go over everything to make sure it looks perfect. So for a concealer, I'm going to use the Born This Way multi-use concealer mixed with the L'Oreal Infallible concealer, and I'm just going to apply the Born This Way first because it's a little bit dark for my skin tone right now. So I apply that in the usual areas under my eyes and then the center of my face, and then I will use it just to kind of help any blemishes and cover those up. And then I'll go in with the L'Oreal Infallible concealer, which has been like one of my favorite concealers ever because it just makes you look airbrushed and it really goes well with this Born This Way. And then I'll just let it dry for a little bit before I go in to blend it out, just to make sure I have a little bit more coverage in those areas. And I always use my Real Technique sponge to blend that out. So to set the rest of my face and my under eyes, I'm going to use the Peach Perfect Matte Translucent Powder from Too Faced. And I've been obsessed with this powder for about 2 months now. I've been using it pretty religiously and I love it because it makes my pores very small. Like it almost makes you look poreless and it keeps me matte throughout the day. The scent is very extreme. It smells like peaches, but if you just get past the scent, it's like an amazing translucent powder. So I highly recommend it if you have oily skin, and I love to use it with a sponge to apply all over my face. And then to bake under my eyes, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Cupcake Powder, and I'm going to use this because it's more of a pink undertone and it's really going to help brighten up underneath my eyes. So I only leave it on for about like 2 minutes or so, and then I will dust it off, but I like to use it under my eyes, my chin, and then the center of my forehead. So now I'm going to take the Makeup Forever Powder Foundation and I'm going to use this to dust off the bake and just set the rest of my face because I find with the translucent powder you can kind of look a little ghostly. So I just use this to help kind of blend everything together and dust off the rest of the bake. And this powder is like one of my go-to powders. It makes you look even more poreless, if that's even possible. So I highly recommend that powder. Now I'm going to take the Dior Backstage contour palette, and I'm just going to use that cool tone shade just to help contour my cheekbones. And I always use my e.l.f. brush. This is the e.l.f. angle brush. It's my favorite brush to apply contour, so I just normally apply it to my cheekbones and the sides of my forehead and then underneath my jaw, just to help kind of slim everything down. So I'm just taking that same contour powder and I'm just going to apply that down the sides of my nose just to help kind of contour my nose a little bit. I am not a pro at contouring my nose. I don't even think I'm doing it correctly, but this just works for me. So I just apply 2 lines down the side of my nose and then I contour like my nostrils. I don't know if that does anything, but I feel like it does. So now I'm going to take the MAC Studio Fix powder in NW22 and I like to use this to bake on the sides of my nose. This is a full coverage foundation powder, so it's really going to help kind of sculpt out your nose. I've been doing this since I worked at MAC. I don't know, I just feel like this is my favorite powder to use when I want to like sculpt out my nose because it really like makes a huge difference as opposed to using a translucent powder. For bronzer, I'm going to use the NARS Laguna Matte Bronzer, and I'm just going to apply that right over top of the contour shade just to help add some warmth to my skin because I felt like I was looking a little ghostly still. So I'm just applying that to the normal areas, just my cheekbones, around my forehead, and then under my jawline just to help sculpt everything out. For blush, I'm going to take the Cover FX Duo Blush in the shade Soft Peach, and I'm just going to apply that to my cheekbones. I really like this color because it's really pretty and it just goes with every look, so I just apply that to my cheekbones just to help give a little bit of color. So just to help clean everything up, I'm going to use the Hailey's Beauty Translucent Powder, and I'm just going to kind of bake underneath my contour just to help kind of clean that area up. I don't leave this on very long, just about as long as I do my eyebrows. So I'll just do my eyebrows and then I will dust it off. So my eyebrows are done and I just take a powder brush and I will just dust off that bake. As you can see, I only left it on for maybe like 5 minutes about the time I did my brows, and it really does a great job at cleaning up that area. And then I will dust off the powder foundation on my nose just to make sure everything is blended. And then I'll take the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist just to spray my face so that it blends all of those powders together. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going to take the Dior Backstage palette once again, and I'm just going to use that contour shade in my crease. I like to use this on just like basic glam days because it's super easy and I've already had it out, so it's just like one less product to use since we already used it on our face. So I basically just buff this into my crease and I will continue to go in and build up the color to the intensity that I want. But I'm not really focusing on making this look perfect because I'm just dusting it back and forth. It's a super easy eye look, so just blend it back and forth. Then I'm going to take that really shimmery kind of contour shade and I'm just going to apply that with another fluffy brush, and I just buff this basically from the lid all the way up into the crease. It's just super easy. It just gives you like a little bit of color there, but it's not something where you have to like spend a lot of time blending. So I love to apply this all over the lid. And then I'll go in with that dark contour shade and I'm just going to use that on the outer corner just to add a little bit of depth. I like to use this on a smaller brush, just buffing back and forth, and it just adds a little bit more dimension. So I'm going to take that same color and just on a definer brush apply that underneath my eyes, and this just helps kind of, smoke it out a little bit and kind of blend up onto the upper lash line. And then I'll take that contour shade again and just on a pencil brush just buff out that color under my eyes just to smoke it out a little bit and connect it to the top lid. So for eyeliner, I'm going to take the Roller Lash Brown Liner. I've been really into brown eyeliner, which I never really was into, but I love this one from Benefit. It's just really pretty and it gives you a little bit of a cat eye, but it's not something where it's dramatic and dark because it is brown. So I just do like a little baby flick with this look because the lashes really do speak for themselves in this look, so you don't need to go overboard with the liner. And then I'll just add some mascara. Here I'm using the Fenty mascara, but any mascara will do because I am going to go in with lashes. So for under the eyes, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild, I think it's like chocolate. It's called chocolate. It's like a chubby pencil. But I just apply this to my waterline, and it really makes my eyes stand out because I have blue eyes. So I like to apply this in the waterline because, again, it's not too harsh and it's not black. So it just gives you a little bit extra something. And then I'll apply some mascara to my lower lashes. So for highlighter, I'm going to take the Jaclyn Cosmetics highlighting palette, and I'm just going to apply that to my cheekbones, the side of my forehead, and then on the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin, just to help kind of highlight those areas. And then I love to use the highlighter in my tear duct just to help brighten up my eyes, just gives a little extra pop right there. Moving on to lips, I'm going to take the KKW lip liner in the shade number 2. It's been my go-to lip liner right now because it's like this chocolatey brown. So I just apply that under my lips, and I like to overline my bottom and top lip just a little bit to give it more of a pout. And then I will fade in the liner on the outer corners. For lipstick, I'm going to take the Maybelline liquid lipstick in the shade Driver. This has been one of my go-to liquid lipsticks. I love the peachy undertone. If you really like a nude kind of ombre lip, I love this lipstick. And then I'll go in with a gloss over top. This one is Wet n Wild Nudie Patootie, and it just gives a nice kind of shimmer and gloss to the center of the lip. And then for setting spray, I'm just going to take the Hourglass Veil setting spray. This has been one of my favorite setting sprays. It gives a really nice soft focus kind of look to your skin. And then after that, you are complete. So here's the final look. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel down below, as well as click the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. But other than that, I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!